YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from Sportsgamers.com. And today we got a little bit of a speculatory video as we head into Madden 24. I want to talk about what I anticipate the meta, at least early on, being in Madden 24. And the guy I'm playing right now, he runs a lot of what I actually think is going to be meta in Madden 24. Like I said, at least early on, from playing a little bit of the game. I really do think that trips formations are going to be back. Trips formations are always good, don't get me wrong. But like this past year, they were overshadowed by tight. But just from the time I've had on the game, trips formations seem great, whether it's like the trips tight end, pistol trips, and they're really, really good. Tight formations, first of all, in Madden 24, are not going to be just so prevalent throughout all the playbooks. They definitely got I don't know if you'd say nerfed, but they're just not like so accessible throughout the playbooks. So trips formations though, whew, a lot of them. A lot of them are nice too. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna be looking at. Something else I want to look at is definitely bunch and bunch tight end formations, especially. I really think bunch tight end is going to be another crazy formation. And the reason for that is if you guys saw the first Madden 24 gameplay released, I dropped some impressions upon that. You're seeing that the rollout is crazy. So you already know what the PA boot over does for the rollout. Bunch tight end might be back. Might be back. But, now we're getting into what I was talking about earlier, which is this trip stuff. This trips in Madden 24 is going to be crazy. With the route combos you can dial up, the spacing it provides. Just felt really, really good when I was in it. I also, believe it or not, like the little wing formations too. I really think that Madden 24 is going to give you the ability to run a lot of different schemes. It's not just going to have to be one scheme or the other. I think that there's going to be a little bit more diversity just because the playbooks are so nice this year. They really are. This is the best year I've seen for playbooks in quite a while. By the way, guys, this game we're looking at right now, this is actually a great game. Came down to the very last play. Like I said, this guy runs a lot of different stuff. He runs, a lot of trips looks, whether it's coming out in trips formations or motioning over, just as you saw there to create a trips. And pretty unique stuff. Pretty effective too, and pretty hard to deal with. Now, I have been trying to post a lot of these types of gameplays for you guys heading into Madden 24. So if you enjoy this content, make sure you smash that like button. We're gonna be posting a ton of content when Madden 24 drops, whether it be tips, gameplays, commentary schemes, news, just everything you guys need to know about Madden 24. This is gonna be your one-stop shop. So sub up, man. Show the love. I do appreciate it. Now, we're able to get a stop right there. Put himself in a bad situation. I will say the rest of this game, though, he does a lot better job on offense. He starts to pick up upon what I'm doing and making some adjustments. This guy was pretty smart upon the adjustments he was making once he realized what I was doing. I am running my 4-6 playbook on defense, and I'm focusing a lot on dollar. Now, one thing I'll say also, I don't necessarily know if the slot corner blitzes are going to be as good as I just make a terrible read. I just threw it right to him. I don't know what I'm doing. That was a horrible read. Good defense by him. But I don't know if dollar and slot corner blitzes are going to be as good this year as they were last. In Madden 24, it just seems like the O-line's a little bit better. And I feel like you can run the ball better this year too. So I think what's going to be big, actually, just because of the rollout, contains. I feel like contains are going to be important. You're going to have defenses that have good contains. And y'all should know one of the best formations with contains every year is the 3-3 Cub. So that might be a defense at the beginning of the year that I think could be pretty popular, just because I think that having good QB containment and still being able to get pressure with contains is really going to be big. So you're seeing right here, again, like the trip style offense I'm talking about, you can dial up a lot of nice route combos. Like right there, he was attacking me over the middle of the field and at the sideline at the same time with that spacing because he had a curl with his flat route on the sideline, but then he had some routes over the middle. Curl flat, that's honestly one of the more popular plays in not bunch, but trips, whether it be in trips tight end, pistol. That's definitely a super good route concept, especially if you add like a running back angle route just like he did right there over the middle of the field. That can be really good. Looked like he just literally ran curl flat right there blocking the running back. It's pretty solid because, again, you have the curl the flat and you have the post and the running back Texas route working over the middle field. That can be tough. That can be tough. Now, 4th and 7 right here, like, I'm going to run the same D. I'm manning up his running back with that outside corner on the right of the screen, and I'm going to lurk the middle. I would say the dollar this year is just super crazy with that DB5 pressure is insane. Now, I'm noticing this guy's running spinner, but he's not really blitzing. He's just kind of dropping everybody in coverage. This was the meta on defense this year, is either the DB5 or spinner, really. And this guy's going the man coverage route. But as you can see, he's just basically rushing his D-line, dropping all the extra blitzers in coverage. So basically what this is, he's doing is he has backed off man coverage. So I can't beat him off the line on a press. You guys can see no one's really pressing me. But then the linebackers the linebacker and slot corners that are normally blitzing are actually playing coverage, right? So this kind of gives him the ability to try to take away the sidelines with those slot corners, and then he can kind of roam that middle of the field, right? So what I'm noticing is that quick out to the tight end has been there a few different times because he's dropping his depth a little bit too far back to defend that. They're not getting out there in time, so I'm able to hit that for an easy gain. One thing I will say again, tight offset, tight in general, is not going to be, in my opinion, near as big of a thing next year. So if you're one of these people, like I've honestly already started to do this, if you run a lot of these formations this year, you might want to start practicing in some different formations just to get ready in this next week or so. Again, like I really think that the bunch and the trip stuff is going to be absolutely hell. Bunch tight end. You might even say the bunch nasty could be it because they put bunch nasty in a lot of different sets. It's not just like under center anymore. I saw bunch nasty gun. Like, and it's not super rare anymore. It's in a lot of playbooks. So I might be taking a look at that myself. But like I said, bunch tight end, bunch nasty, trips. Those types of formations I think will definitely be the meta right off rip. I don't think you're going to see tight as much now. Like, yes, you might. Through another pick. What am I doing? My reads have really been bad this game so far. Playing great defense, but I've been slacking on offense. Just a bad read. I don't even know what to say about that. Don't know why I threw that. Just get yicked for the pick six. I'm playing really bad right now on offense. My defense has been great. My offense has been horrible. Got to get it together. So, just some things to think about. I really feel like every year there's certain route combos that are good, right? Post slant is one. Then, of course, you have the floods on the sideline with the corner routes. And, the thing that this year made these tight formations so good is how easily you could attack the sidelines. You had plays like bench, quick outs, quick corners, right? But then you also had the plays with the super deep corners like the PA shot seams to drive corner. And then once everyone figured out you could hot route the quick corner next to the deep corner to attack the sidelines, it just got real. So, that's the thing is when you have those unique routes that you don't have in other formations, like how tight gives you the super deep corner, that's what makes it offense hard to stop. Tight also has the glitchy post routes too. So tight actually has a lot of stuff to work with. Another thing I'm going to be looking at going into Madden 24 is offenses that you can pass the ball from but have good run plays. The run game, I feel like, definitely felt very fluid to me. I like how, you could set your blockers up. I feel like the blocking is a lot better. It definitely was looking good. It really was looking good. So I don't want to be in an offense in Madden 24 where I have to pass the ball every play. I feel like that's kind of making the life of the defense a bit easier than it really needs to be. So again, any offense to where you can run and pass effectively, I think it's going to be nice. Like, I don't think it's going to just be a pass every play type of year. Well, obviously you got the guys that will just go to gun bunch and pass no matter what every play. But I feel like most people will want to find a run game. So anyways, 3rd and 3 here. Again, you guys see what I'm saying. He's running spinner, but he's not really blitzing. He's just playing all-out coverage, which, with his abilities and the fact he's not pressing is making it hard to find many open players. because, again, he's not going to let me beat him off the line with the press. And then at the same time, he's basically rushing 3. And he has all the knockouts you could possibly think of. Now, right here, I might have had the little route over the middle. Maybe, but there's a deep zone over there that could have reacted. So I just went to the running back. Felt like that was going to be a more guaranteed type play. Obviously, it wasn't going to be a big play like the post was. But that was 4th down. We had to pick it up. We are getting ball at half, and I have no points. Like, it's actually kind of crazy right now. My best play has actually been that quick tight end route because he's just not getting the depth to guard that. He's not getting out there in time. His zone drop is set wrong for that. So that's something I'm probably going to have to keep going to until he starts to take it away. And if he starts to take that away, then I'll have other routes that will open up. But that's the one right now that's helping move the ball the most, to be honest. I want to try a draw because, again, he's rushing like 3 dudes. So you would think rushing 3 people I could get something, but no. Sometimes you just have those games where a spinner just wants to go crazy and stop every run you try. This might be one of those games. This has been a wild one, man. I don't know what just happened there. It looks like, we got it. The ball hit our lineman in the back of the head. So we're on 3rd and 10 again. I want to try to hit that route to the sideline again. This time to the other side of the field. I hope that's a first. Thank God. We're going to call timeout. Again, he hasn't been able to stop that route, but I've been doing it mostly to the right, so we flipped the play to do it to the left. Again, his zone drops, I feel like, are more so trying to take away the deeper routes on the sideline and like crossing post-type routes. Here we're just able to undercut the ball, get a touchdown, tie the game up going into half. That was big. Another thing, guys, if you're wanting to dominate Madden 24 and win more games, check out Sportsgamers.com. That's where I post all my premium Madden 24 content. I have ebooks. I do weekly premium tips. We have a VIP members only community. We have gameplays. We got meta reports. We got everything you need to dominate. The link is in the description and the comments. I pinned it. And if you use coupon code Duke, you'll get 10% off your order. So if you want to dominate Madden 24, win more games, sportsgamers.com is the place to be. I know a lot of you guys spend that money on your packs. Hey, let me tell you guys, I spend $0 a year on packs, and I have all the best players. And that's just because I win all my games. So if you win all of your games like me, stop spending your money on packs. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars on packs, spend $20 a month on our site. You won't have to spend hundreds of dollars on packs anymore. So not only will you be a better player, it will save you money. Unbeatable deal. Promise you guys. I want to steer you wrong. So we're going, like I said here, trips. Heavy trips player. Now, what this guy is starting to notice is that the outside receiver is not being manned up. Strictly just, I'm putting a deep zone out there. So, what I have to watch out for, what he might try to hit me with, is maybe sending that guy on a deep post. If he can get the time. Now, normally I don't worry about that because I send 5. So, if you try to get a deep post from that guy, it's just going to take too long and he's not going to get open, right? How is that not a pick? I have Acrobat and Pick Artist on Julius Peppers, and he just throws it right to me. Like, come on, EA. I mean, I know it's August. I don't know why I'm still playing this game in August. But we got to get that. All right, 3rd and 11. I mean, same adjustments. I feel like he's starting to pick up on the fact that I'm not manning up the outside guy. And because of that, I'm watching a deep post. Just in case. But again, I don't think he'll have time for that. He is blocking the tight end, though. That could be picked too. Can that be picked? Dang, he's just throwing picks every play. We're not catching him, though. No animations. None. So what he's doing, which is smart, is he's calling a play action. He's blocking the tight end and sending the running back out on the route. That actually allows you to pick up this dollar really good. That's one of the best ways to pick up dollar in the whole game. Just not too many people will do that because, it kind of does limit you to block a tight end, send the running back out, and just call play action. But it works. As you guys see, it works. Just. Oh! Come on. Alright. Looks like he sent the guy, didn't have manned up in motion, hiked it in the seam. I thought my deep zone was close enough to make a play, so I didn't even worry about it myself. But for some reason, number 9 just undercut the ball and didn't do anything, and he scored. Looking back on that, even though that was really lucky, I should have just went to prevent, so that didn't even have a chance of happening. I just couldn't believe he was going for it, so I tried to get pressure on him, so if he didn't get it, I could get a field goal. Got greedy, and look, he got a touchdown. But that's where the last two plays where I should have picked him off really start to piss you off, because you're like, I should have picked him the previous two plays. Then he gets that, like, come on. But I ain't gonna lie, this guy's spinner defense is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I mean, he's just all-out coverage, but yet that was my first good run of the game. But look, notice Simmons, right, with the X factor under his icon. He is moving. Oh, I got X for a tutty. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's open too. But X was a tutty down the middle. But I noticed that was not spinner anymore, because Simmons is that inside linebacker that moved to the left and to the right A gap. Simmons, they only do that on Crossfire. So as soon as I noticed Simmons, that linebacker moved like that, I knew he was in Crossfire, which is a cover 3 blitz, right? So that kind of influenced my play calling a little bit there. That used to be, like, a few years ago, the best defense in the game. It's kind of fallen off. You don't really see people use it anymore. But a couple years ago, Crossfire was the best defense in the game. The looping A-gap was very, very difficult to block. You could rush 4, you could rush 5. It was really, really good. The coverage you could do out of it, especially that 3-rec hook zone, was amazing. Honestly, it'd be nice if the Crossfire blitzes came back. I'm kind of, I like those blitzes, man. They just haven't been that great the last few years. They were dominant for a few years, so of course EA had to kind of put a nix to them. All right, so I'm gonna go a little street corner on the left with a slant, little slant over the middle with my Texas route. Just again, another thing I would tell you guys to practice heading into Madden 24, your user catching. I will say user catching does look a lot better, a lot smoother. You're not always going to want to aggressive catch it anymore, but you'll definitely want to get all your user catches down, and especially what I'm doing right now, which is cutting off the ball, undercutting. I've noticed in Madden 24 the DBs are a lot more aggressive. They break on the ball a lot better. They react to the ball a lot better, and you don't necessarily need abilities to break up passes. Like, if you have a good defender, they don't have to have an ability to break up a pass. If they should break up a pass if they're in position, they will. So you can no longer be like, hey, this guy doesn't have an ability, so we're just going to throw it at him because we know he won't break the ball up. It's not like that. So because of that, you're going to need to really get your user catching down, especially the whole cutting off the ball thing, so you can create that extra yard or two of separation so that the defenders will not be able to react and make a play. It's going to be really important that you get that down for sure. All right, so we're able to tie the game up. I'm still pretty sick, though. Again, that touchdown he got out of trips before half was crazy. Was absolutely crazy. This guy, like I said, he's running a lot of the stuff I think will be good next year, the trip stuff especially. Haven't seen him run any bunch at him, but like pistol trips, I feel like pistol could be an interesting formation in general next year just because of the run game. Pistol always has some pretty unique runs, like the strong power type power runs that are really, really tough. And low key, they were good this year. They weren't meta. You didn't really see them, but they were pretty solid. You add in the improved blocking because again, like the O-line does target a lot better in the run game, especially. I think those could be nice. How he just tried me right there. He threw in the flat. We broke it up, and that's why I still think Pick Artist is the best, most important ability in the game. Got a little pick right there. If I don't have Pick Artist, if I cheaped out on the Pick Artist, that would have just been an incomplete pass. As is, we got it in his red zone. So really looking to cash this in for a tutty Wuddy Buddy, but I mean his run D's just been so good. 10 run. So good run D there. Again, I've got like 4 or 5 yards a pop, which isn't bad, but I'm just not really breaking any big runs here and there and getting stuffed. So there's got to be a passing down, you would think, right? And I'm expecting all out coverage. That's basically been his MO all game. Rush 3 at the most 4. So don't expect anything different. Oh, wait. We got the 3-3. I was like, oh, wow. The 3-3? Of course he called timeout. Caught him lacking. It's a big play right here, though, because a field goal doesn't really help too much. So we got same thing. Spinner, he's gonna coverage everybody. Yeah. We had our drag. I don't even know if it would have picked up at first. We'll just take our 3. D tackle just shedded me right up the A gap immediately. Can't do much about that. Whatever. We'll take our 3. This has been a defensive battle, anyways. I really feel like I should be up 17-7 at this point, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. That touchdown before half is killer. So, getting into next year, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the quarterback releases are going to be. Because I will say, some of them felt a little different. I don't know if it's going to be the same releases are going to be the same. They're all going to be like Slinger 1, Slinger 3, like this year everybody want that. I'm not too sure because just been playing around. I felt like something like Mahomes felt a little different to me. So I'm going to be interested to see like what are the popular releases? Have they been changed? How does that affect quarterback choices? Because, obviously this year no one cared about mobility. Everyone just wanted Slinger 1, Slinger 3, the abilities. Well, I don't know. I feel like, we're going to see a change. We're going to see a lot of people go use the mobile quarterbacks again. I really do. Getting outside of the pocket, if you cannot stop the quarterback from getting out of the pocket this year, you're going to be in trouble. Because I will say, even though the coverage definitely in zone does look improved, when you get out of the pocket, you can still manipulate the zones, still draw them down, throw right over their head. And then it is very noticeable the effect that getting out of the pocket has on the zone coverage versus when you're just standing in the pocket, which, it should, right? If you get out of the pocket, obviously the zones they're facing the quarterback. If they think you're just going to take off and run, they got to come up and defend that, right? So, this guy, you can tell, he's trying to milk me here. He's trying to kill the clock and score. I don't know if he's trying to milk the whole game, but he's definitely taking it. He slowed the game down. First half, I didn't really feel like he was clocking. I just feel like he was boxed. I feel like now he's trying to purposely slow the game down. This might be one of them last possession type deals here if I don't get a stop. If I don't get a stop, man, we gotta get one. Doubles. So in doubles, he's been running the ball a lot. He has used a little bit of motion here and there to create the trips look. He's really been liking the play actions. He did run an RPO once or twice, I believe, from this. Just quickly throwing flat. And, speaking of RPOs, I definitely think RPOs are going to be meta. So, the spread playbook especially, and just any of the goofy playbooks with all the different RPOs and crazy shotgun formations, I think those are going to be really, really hard to stop, at least at the beginning, until, we get more time. But, those are still hard to stop at the end of this year. So, I think they're going to be even better next year, to be quite honest. We just went ahead and ran commit there. He's coming out in doubles, but with 2 tight ends, so we can audible into that formation. It is 3rd and short, and like I said, I feel like he's trying to clock me. So I just went ahead and ran commit because I'm like, okay, if I guess wrong and you score, I get ball back, and now I can clock you. That's the whole thing. Clock management, I can't let this guy just keep the ball the whole quarter and score without giving me a chance. Woo! Oh, we shot in the backfield. He just made me miss. That was a really stupid play call, though, by him. You have to know that if I shift my D-line the way I did and I'm using that sub-linebacker, I can shoot the gap, right? So for you to just chance it and just hope you make me miss in the backfield is really just bad. He got bailed out. So, again, I can see what this guy's doing. He is just... He's clocking me. Let's just keep it a buck. He's clocking me. He don't want me to get the ball back. So, once again, rank commit, I believe. I'm not going to let you do that. You're either gonna score or get stopped. It's not going to be you getting 3 or 4 yards up and down the field and scoring at the last second. No, we're pushing the issue right now. We're getting close to where it's about to be the 2-minute warning. That's when you got to start getting aggressive. All right. And again, he runs. This is what I mean. Dude is trying to clock his hardest. Now, that's all good and all, but you better pick this up. If you're going to clock, you better pick this up. You better. Because if not, if you're close to out of field goal range, depending upon who your kicker is. And if you only get 3 here, I mean, very, very easy for me to come back and get 3 to win the game, right? Let's see. Just try to throw a quick one. We had universal coverage there. This is 4th and 13. This is we got to get off the field right here. I mean, I agree with the call here because even if you're in field goal range, I mean, it's just too easy for me to score a field goal. He's going to go trips. See what he does here. Motion blocking, maybe? No. Oh, he max protected. Damn, that was a dot. Okay, so you see what he did right there? Is he went max protect, and he had like a backside like dig route. My eyes were drawn to the post, and he knows that I haven't been manning up that receiver on the outside in the trips. So he banked upon on that same adjustment. So he had the post coming quickly over the middle to draw my user to it, and then a backside dig. He threw it right on the break. He just dotted my soul. That was a great play. So now I know, again, he's going to keep trying to clock here. So again, we're going to get aggressive. We're going to give that touchdown up, man. It's fine. Don't mind that. Again, you're not going to clock me. You can score a touchdown or you can get stopped. That's my thought process. And now I got 2 minutes, 3 timeouts. Plenty of time for a touchdown. That's all I needed. I wasn't going to lose the game with him clocking me. Period. So good drive by him. Kind of, again, mad I couldn't get off the field. I had a lot of shots, but at that point, we just had to get risky and run commit to at least get the ball back. All right, so we know what we're getting. We're getting all-out coverage. We got to beat it. But we have enough time to where we can run the ball a little bit if we want to, just to soften it up. The biggest play I had running the ball, I think, was when I ran inside zone to the right. So we're going to try that. I mean, get 4 or 5, right? It's not really great, but whatever. It's not bad either. Again, just got a couple yards. So, like, we're going to have to pick the pace up. Like, we can't just nickel and dime ourselves up the field running 4 or 5 yard runs. It's not going to cut it. Seeing if I could pop a big one off. I didn't. So we got to go. We got to go fast. Right there, I literally just quick snapped him. Didn't want him to set up all of his coverage adjustments. And, like, I don't have time. So that Saints in play is very underrated against man. Like, everyone knows the post. But what most people don't know is that quick little out route in the slot. That is a crazy man beater. And most people will never expect it. And most people won't have like a 5 yard flat over there. So right here, I'm going to try to hit the wide curl wheel. Same kind of idea. Just throw a quick flat. Maybe make a miss. Okay, I didn't make a miss, so we're going to call timeout there. But I'm basically at midfield with like a minute-ish and 2 timeouts. So I'm pretty much cool with where I'm at. I need to pick the pace up a little bit. But, again, like, if I get down to, say, like, the 20-ish yard line, he's going to start out to take his timeouts. So a minute, we're at the 30, we have 1 timeout. This is perfect. Now I can start to clock him a little bit so he don't get the ball back. Again, guys, you saw the post was open in the middle of the field, but what was important there is that I clicked on and user caught it. If I just tried to let the computer catch it or didn't click on and undercut the ball, he probably would have got a knockout animation, but because I undercut the ball myself, he was unable to. Now, you guys can see what I'm saying. Now he's thinking he's got to start using his timeouts. So essentially, he's going to stop the clock for me. So, I'm at the, I'm fine right now. I have 50 seconds of timeout. I'm at the 20, so I can take my time. Again, I don't want him to get the ball back because I score a touchdown, a field goal will send it to overtime. So I need to get this under 20, 30 seconds for sure. I need the timeout gone, and I need to score under 20. If I can get under 20 and he still has a timeout, it's not a big deal. But ideally, if he has a timeout, it needs to be more so under 15 or 10 even. Now, honestly, I ain't gonna line. That dude, that was another good click on user catch, but that dude that was a 50-50 ball. I had someone else kind of blatantly open. I made the wrong read there because if I don't undercut the ball, that could have been broken up, even intercepted maybe. So that was a tight throw. That was a 50-50 one. I should have went to my receiver on the left of the screen. I missed him, but looking back on it now, the dude on the left was way more open. Thank God I got a stick, because if I don't click on to make that play, that's definitely getting broken up, and y'all know how the game is. If it gets broken up, maybe it gets picked too. So I'm sure he's pissed because he had a shot right there to make a play, but hey, man, gotta stick up for yourself, man. My stick better than your stick. Let's go. So this is like right on that borderline area. Like 16 seconds and a timeout. I mean, he only has a field goal, which is like 25 yards. Like, I feel good, but like he still has a chance. If I would have gotten like 5 more seconds off, I'd feel like game's over. But this is potentially 2 to 3 plays, of a timeout. And he's at midfield. See what I mean? Now, he didn't work the sideline, so he had to take his last timeout. He needs a few more yards for a field goal. He can't do it from the 50. So that was it. Like, that was his one play he could attack the middle. Now he has to get out of bounds. So I know this. So I'm just going to make sure he cannot get out. I'm going to cover all the quick little flats. Guard the corner myself. And he's going to try me deep. Oh! I was scared he was going to catch that for a second right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't think we have a man knockout on that dude either. Wow. Dang, he could have caught that. But the thing is, if he caught it, the game was over anyways. So I don't even know why he threw that. Because, like, if he catches that, the game's over. Like, that was a stupid play. He has no timeouts. Game's over. Guess now it's a Hail Mary situation, you would think. He just tried to throw a quick out and get out of bounds, but like that obviously wasn't going to work. So now he's just got to chuck something up. So this is the last play of the game. This is big. I've lost games like this before. I actually lost the MCS game like this before. Yeah, I lost thousands of dollars at a live MCS tournament off of a Hail Mary from about the same place on the field, actually. It was the most sickening thing in my life, but it's not happening today. Till next time, it's your boy Duke. I'm out of here.